All the students, welcome to this video lecture. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about essential prime implicants. Okay. First, we will discuss the concept, and then we will do the previous gate problems and practice problems. Let us see first what is implicant. Okay. So, any min term or product term is called as implicant. Okay. So, see this example. How many implicants are there here? This is 1, 2, 3, 4 minterms. So implicants are nothing but four numbers. So all the minterms, all the given minterms are nothing but implicants. Right. Now let us see what is a prime implicant. Okay, it is the maximum possible group. Okay, that means all the maximum possible groups given is not, those are nothing but prime implicants. Let us see in this example how many prime implicants are there. Okay. So, what is a prime implicant? All the maximum possible groups. Here, the possible groups are this one we can group. Okay. The second group and also third groups. So, prime implicants how many? So, three numbers are there. All maximum possible groups are nothing but prime implicants. Right. Now let us go to what is essential prime implicant. So essential prime implicant, it is a prime implicant in which at least one cell is not covered by any other prime implicant. Okay, in a group, in a prime implicant, at least one cell which is not covered by any other prime implicant is nothing but essential prime implicant. And the essential prime implicant we can also tell in another way that for a given cell to group, okay, there should be only one possibility. No other possibility will be there. So that is nothing but essential prime implicant. Okay, let us see cell number 3 here. How many groups possible? Only one group possible here. So cell number 3 and 7. Okay, that's why this is essential prime implicant. So let us group this one and put a star here. That is essential because this is the only one group for this cell number 3. Okay, so this is essential prime implicant. Now coming to this cell number 4. For this cell, how many possible groups are there? Only one. Okay, that is cell number 4 and 6. Right? No other options. That's why this also becomes essential prime implicant. Let us group this one. So this is 2, which is a essential prime implicant, because for this cell number 4 to group, so only one possibility is there, right? And one more possible group is there, prime implicant. This cell number 6 and 7, we can group it. But that is not essential prime implicant. Okay, let us observe this one. We can group this one, but if we observe this group number 3, right? So this 7th cell and 6th cell, which is already covered by this first one and second one. Okay, what is our definition? Essential prime implicant is nothing but at least one cell is not covered by any other prime implicant. In this third one, both ones are covered by other prime implicants. So that's why this third group is not essential prime implicant. So essential prime implicants, how many numbers are there? Only 2 numbers are there, right? What is a redundant prime implicant? A prime implicant which is not required to complete the output function. Okay, in the redundant PI, all the minterms are already covered by other PIs. Let us observe this group number 3. In this prime implicant, okay, this is not required to complete the output function, because 1 and 2 already covered all the ones. Using one first group and second group, all the minterms are covered. The output function is completed. So this third one group is not required, which is called as a redundant PI. And we can say that this 1 and 1, this 6 and 7 already covered by other groups. So the redundant prime implicant one number. Okay. So redundant prime implicant is a prime implicant which is not required to complete the output function. That means the minterms are already covered by any other PIs. So let us see one more example to find out. Now you need to tell how many implicants, how many prime implicants in a given function, how many essential prime implicants. Are there any redundant prime implicants? You need to tell. Right. Let us go to the second example. Now, in this example 2, how many implicants are there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 minterms are there. Those are 5 numbers implicants. Now how many prime implicants are there? All the possible groups. If you consider this cell number 3, what is the possible group? This is 1. And if we consider cell number 4, what is the maximum possible group? Only 1. That is this one. So prime implicants are 2 numbers, right? Now how many essential prime implicants? Okay, essential prime implicant, in other words, we can tell that if you take a cell, a minterm, then to group that one, there should be only one possibility. Okay, consider this cell number 3. So how many possibilities? Only one possibility, that is a quad here. So that's why this is essential prime implicant. Okay, let us group this one. So put a star here. The first one is essential prime implicant. And if you consider cell number 4, okay, so how many possibilities here? So cell number 4 and 6, one pair we can do. That is only one possibility. That's why this is essential. So let us group this one and put a star mark here. This is the second one is, right, essential prime implicant. So all the output function is completed. Now essential prime implicants are 2 numbers, right? Are there any redundant prime implicants? No, because output function is completed. No other minterms are left. So that's why redundant prime implicants are nil. Right. To clearly understand what is essential prime implicant, now the conclusion is implicants are all the minterms, prime implicants are all maximum possible groups, and essential prime implicant is nothing but to group only one possibility is there. Or in other words, at least one cell is not covered by any other prime implicant. If you consider this first group, right, first minterm, then all these 3, cell number 3 to cell number 7, which is not covered. Okay, if if you consider this group 2, right, this cell number 4 is not covered by any other, even though the cell number 6 is covered by this first group, but the cell number 4 is not covered by any other group. That's why this becomes essential prime implicant. Essential prime implicants in 2 ways we can define, right? It is a prime implicant in which at least one cell is not covered by any other prime implicant, and in the second way, the essential prime implicant is nothing but to group, there should be only one possibility of group. Now let us go to example 3 to clearly clarify what is essential prime implicant. Now how many implicants are there here? Implicants, how many numbers? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 minterms are there. So those are the implicants. Now let us see prime implicants. So what are the prime implicants? All the maximum possible groups. Let us group now. So consider this cell number 0, this one, the maximum possibility is a quad here. Yes, yes, this is, let us say, 1. Now coming to this one, there are two possibilities. So 1 5 we can group, and 5 7 also we can group. So presently leave it. And coming to this one, 5 7 we can group, and 15 7 also we can group. So two possibilities are there, presently leave it. Coming to the cell number 15, only one pair is possible. So let us group this one. Okay, this, let us say this is 2. Now the remaining the output function is has not been completed now. So to complete the output function, the cell number 5, this minterm is left. So we need to group to complete the output function. So how many possibilities are there? This 1 and 5 we can group, then output function will be completed. And 5 and 7 also we can group to complete the output function. There are two possibilities to complete the output function, right? So now we need prime impedance right now. So all the possible, whether it is essential or redundant or whatever it may be, all the possible groups. Okay, let us. I'm grouping this one. I'm naming this is 3. Okay, and also this possibility is there. I'm grouping this one. Right. I'm naming this is 4. Okay, this 3 and 4, anyone we can use to complete the output function. So presently, how many prime impedance are there? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 numbers. These are the prime impedance. Okay. Now let us see how many essential prime impedance are there, right? So considering this one, how many possibilities are there? Only one possibility. One quad is there. This 0, 1 and 8, 9 becomes a quad. That is only one possibility. So that's why this is essential prime impedance, right? See here. For this one, I can put star. Okay. This first one is essential prime implicant. Coming to this one, there are two possibilities. So presently leave it. That is not essential prime implicant. There should be only one possibility. Okay. So coming to this cell number 7 also, there are two possibilities. 5 7 we can group, and 15 7 we can group. That's why presently leave it. That is not essential. And coming to the cell number 15, how many possibilities are there? Only one pair is possible. 7 and 15 we can group as a pair. So that's why this is only one possibility is there. That's why it is essential prime implicant. Let us group this one and put star here. Right. This is 2. Now only one minterm is left. That is cell number 5. We need to group this one to complete the output function. Okay. Now essential prime implicants are only two numbers. That's all. Because this group and this group, we can, two groups are there, but two multiple options are there to complete the output function. Okay, that's why the remaining two groups, okay, those are not essential prime implicant. Okay, and here let me tell you the meaning of non-essential prime implicant also. The meaning of non-essential prime implicant. Okay, non-essential prime implicant, right? So observe this K map. Now the output with these two groups, output function is not completed. To complete the output function, then we can group like this. Okay. Now all the minterms are covered. Output function is completed. Okay. Non-essential prime implicant here is the minterm 3. Minterm 3, how we can write? This is a common A bar, C bar D. A bar, C bar D is non-essential prime implicant. Non-essential prime implicant is nothing but a prime implicant which has the two or more options to complete the output function. Okay. So this is one non-essential, and also is, if you remove this third one, we can also complete. Suppose let me remove this one. Okay. I can also complete the output function using this group also, right? Okay. Let us say this is 4. Now the output function is completed. So non-essential, this is to complete the output function, two options are there. So that's why this becomes a non-essential prime implicant. And what is this non-essential prime implicant? A bar B, and here common term is D. A bar B D. A bar B D, right? The non-essential prime implicant is nothing but it is a prime implicant which has two or more options to complete the output function. That means we can do this one. This is a 3, right? We can use green one to complete the output function, that is this one, or we can take this fourth group, okay, to complete the output function. Anyone we can take to complete the output function. So a prime implicant which is used to complete the output function, which has two or more options to complete the output function, those are called non-essential prime implicant. What are the redundant prime implicants? How many redundant prime implicants are there in this, right? See, if you take a green color group to complete the output function, then this fourth one becomes redundant. Here redundant is the fourth one, that is A bar BD. A bar BD. If you take this non-essential prime implicant green one, then this violet one becomes redundant. Suppose to complete the output function, if you take this A bar BD, violet if you take, then this green becomes redundant from that time. So redundant implicant in this case, it is A bar C bar D. A bar C bar D, right? That is about non-essential prime implicant. Non-essential prime implicant is nothing but, okay, a prime implicant which has two or more options to complete the output function. In this example, if you take this green color to complete the output function, then this violet color becomes redundant. That is already the output function is completed. No need to take the fourth one. That is redundant prime implicant. Suppose if you take violet color, right, this fourth one to complete the output function, then this green becomes a redundant prime implicant. This is about implicants, prime implicants, essential prime implicants, and non-essential prime implicants, and redundant prime implicants. Students, let me tell the difference between essential prime implicant and non-essential prime implicant. Okay. Suppose, for example, a source is there, some village. Okay. I want to go to this destination, some other village. Okay. Here in the middle, some villages are there, some roads are there from here to here, and like this routes are there. Now here from source to destination I want to travel. So this route I need to take compulsorily. That is essential. Okay. So essential. And this route also I need compulsory I need to take, no other option. So this is also essential. But among these two roots, there are two options. Those are not essential. They are their roots. Roots are there, no problem, but they are not essential prime implicants. Okay, I can take either choice. I can go this way or this way. These two are non-essential prime implicant. They are not essential. Okay, non-essential prime implicant is nothing but, okay, compulsory only one choice. That is essential. If you don't take this route, you cannot able to go to a destination. So that's why this is essential. And this route also essential. Let us say, um, so let us say A, B. Okay, S is the source, D is the destination, let us assume, and A, B are the middle villages. Okay, right? So SA route compulsory essential, AB route also compulsory essential, right? But BD, it has two routes. Okay, so essential prime implicants are nothing but SA and AB. And non-essential prime implicant, if you take, so BD has two routes. These two are the non-essential routes. Okay, if non-essential prime implicant, if you take, let us say this is uh, name it as 1, 2. If you take 1, then 2 becomes redundant, right? If the essential prime implicant is BD, then these two is redundant because already output function is completed. Okay, and one more option I can take, right? NEPI, if you take 2, then that time 1 become redundant. If you take this route, if you go this route, and this is a redundant, right? That is nothing but a redundant term, right? If NEPI is 1, if you take, then 2 becomes redundant. And if NEPI 2, if you take, then 1 become redundant. Either choice. Both are non-essential prime implicants only. Okay. So the conclusion here is this SA is essential and AB also essential. Without this, we cannot able to reach the destination. But between B and D villages, two routes are there, right? If you take one route, then 2 becomes redundant. If you take two route, 1 becomes redundant. That's all. If NEPA is takes 1, then 2 becomes redundant. If NEPA is 2, then 1 becomes redundant. So in the same way, here this is essential, as you told. This is essential star, and here this one is also essential. Okay, this is star. 2 are the essential. Let us say 1 and 2 are the essential. Without this, output function cannot be completed. Then if you consider this one, okay, cell number 5, there are two non-essential prime implicants. Okay, those are, this is the first one and this is the second one. If you take let us say this is the 3, right? If you take 3, output function is completed, which is a non-essential because these two are two options are there. 3 and 4 both are non-essential prime implicant. If you take non-essential prime implicant 3 to complete the output function, then 4 becomes a redundant prime implicant. This is the case 1, right? Case 2, if you take NEPA to complete the output function, let us say to 4 if you take, then 3 is redundant, no need to take, because here only output function is completed. So this is the analogy and explanation of difference between essential prime implicant and non-essential prime implicant and a redundant prime implicant. Okay, I hope you understand. So this is the concept. Now let us do the previous gate problems last 10 years. How they are asking on essential prime implicant to get the full practice. Now let us solve this problem. This gate problem asked for 2 marks. A Boolean function is given. Which one of the following is the complete set of essential prime implicants? Consider this minterm wy. So how many minterms we'll get here in the K-map? wy. This is the w common, and y is common here. These two, right? So 1, 1, 1, 1. This is wy. And next xy. X is common here, and y is the same thing here. This 1, 1, 1, 1. This is quad, right? Now w bar xyz. W bar x and yz is this one. W bar x yz. W bar x yz. This is the one, cell number 7, which is already there. Okay. Now w bar x bar y. W bar x bar is this line, and y is common here in this 2. So this is a pair. So this 3 and 2. Now xz. X is common here in this 2. Z is common in this 2, right? 5, 7, 13, 15 is a quad. So already 7, 15 are there. Then put 1, 1. This is one quad. So now lastly x bar, y bar, z bar. X bar is here, the first row and last row, and y bar, z bar. Y bar, z bar is first column. So here this is the one pair, 0 and 8. So these are the minterms are given. So now try to group this one, minimize this one, and find out what are the essential prime implicants. Now consider this one, 0th cell. What is the maximum possibility? This 0, 2, and 8, cell number 10. All the corners is forms one quad. And if you observe, only one possibility of quad is there. So that becomes essential prime implicant. So let us group this one. So this is one. So we can put a star here because this is the only possibility. Okay. There is only one possibility to group this one. So that's why this is essential prime implicant. This is essential prime implicant. And what is the minterm here? Here w bar x bar, w bar x bar is common, and z bar. Here z bar. So x bar, z bar. X bar, z bar is one essential prime implicants. Essential prime implicant. Coming to cell number 3. Now here only possibility, maximum possible group. See here, that is octet is possible. So only one octet is possible. That's why. Okay. This is also essential. We can put a star here. Okay, this group is essential prime implicant. And what is the minterm here? This everything it cancels here in this rows, and in the column the common term is y. Coming to the next one, if you consider cell number 5, the only maximum possible group, okay, this is quad, and it becomes essential because only one possibility is there. So let us take this one as a 3. So this is also essential prime implicant. 3 is, what is the combination here? Here x, and in this z, xz, xz. Now observe, this output function is completed. So these 3 are the essential prime implicants: x bar, z bar, y xz, x bar z bar xz y. So option D is correct. Yeah. Let us observe this gate problem. The number of essential prime implicants for this function we need to find out. Okay. So coming to the first one, consider this first one. What are the maximum possible groups? So only one quad is possible. This is essential prime implicant. All the corners. Okay. This one. Yeah. This is the first one is becomes essential because there is only one possibility. Okay. Coming to the next one, cell number 1, 2. This is also essential because only one pair is possible, that is essential to prime implicant. Coming to the next one, cell number 6. Now if you observe this one, how many possibilities are available? How many possibilities are there? For this also only one pair is possible, that is 2 and 6 cells, that is a pair which is also essential. Coming to the cell number 12, the last minterm, how many possibilities? Only one possibility is there. So that's why that is also essential. Let us group this one, and which is also essential. Fourth one, right? Now all the minterms were covered. Output function is completed. Then how many stars are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 essential prime implicants are there. So option A is correct. Option A is correct. Option A is correct. Total essential prime implicants are 4 numbers. Now let us try to solve this problem. The number of prime implicants. So he asked only number of prime implicants, not essential prime implicants. Let us see. All the possible groups are nothing but prime implicants, right? Consider this one. So how many possibilities are there here? So only one pair. Yeah, this is one. So coming to the next one here. So the possibility is there. So one quad. Let us say this is 2. And coming to this next one, we can do this one as well as this one. All the possible groups. Okay. Even though this is redundant, then because we need to find out all the prime implicants, we need to group that also. This is the possible group here. This is 4. So let us take this as 3 and this as 4. Now consider this one, then we can group this one like this. So this is So total prime implicants, all the maximum possible groups are nothing but prime implicants, and here 5 prime implicants are there. Option B is correct. Let us check the answer. Yeah, option B is correct. Okay, this asked for 2 marks question. Let us try to group. Okay, so all the midterms first, you mention all the midterm 0 to 5, 0 to 5, okay, 7, 9, 11, 9 and 11, right? Let us take the red color. Yeah, first you mention all the midterms in the K map. So 0 to 5, 7, 0 to 5, 7, 9 and 11, right? And mentioned don't cares also 3, 8, 3, 8, this one, 10, 12, 14, 10, 12, 14. Now try to group this one, right? Coming to this first midterm, 0 cell, observe how many possibilities are there. So only one quad is possible. So let us group this one. This becomes essential. Okay, you can put a star here because that is the only possible quad for that. And coming to cell number 5, next midterm, directly we can put group this one. This is also essential, only one possibility. So name it as cell number prime implicant number 2. Coming to this cell number 9, next midterm, try to group this one. There is 8, 9, 11, 10. One quad we can do. That is the only one possibility. So this also becomes essential prime implicant. So let us group this one. This is star. So output function is completed. So total, the number of essential prime implicants are 3 we can put. Right. So let us check the answer. Yeah, there are 3 essential prime implicants. Please pause this and note down. I'm moving to next problem. In this problem, the number of implicants, prime implicants and essential prime implicants we need to find out. So how many number of implicants are there in this function? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 midterms are there. So 6 numbers. How many prime implicants? Okay. If you consider this one, we can group this one. Let us say this is first one, and we can group this one also. Let us say this is second one. We can group 13, 15. This is third one. We can group 9 and 13 as a pair. Let us say this is fourth one. And we can group 8 and 9. This is fifth one. So total 5 numbers prime implicants are there. All the maximum possible groups are nothing but prime implicants. Okay. Now let us see how many essential prime implicants are there. This is essential prime implicant because this cell number 6 is not covered by any other group. So this becomes essential prime implicant. And if you observe the second one, this 7 and 15 cells, this pair is not essential because this 7 is covered by the first one and this 15 cell is covered by the third midterm, third group. So this is not essential. And the group 3 is also not essential because these two are covered by any other, right? This group 4 is also not essential primary group because it is covered by other cells. Now if you observe this group 5, then this cell number 8 is not covered by any other. So that's why this becomes essential. So now how many essential prime implicants? Only 2 numbers. Implicants are 6 numbers, prime implicants 5 numbers, and essential prime implicants are 2 numbers. Let us check the answer. 6, 5, 2. Yes, 6, 5, and 2. Please pause this and note down. I'm moving to next problem. Now, in this, how many implicants? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 numbers. How many prime implicants? All possible groups. That means if you consider this one, this is a quad we can do. Let us say this is a 1. And if you consider this one, we can pair this one and also this one. Okay. This is second one. This is third one. That's all. Total 3 numbers prime implicants. But how many essential prime implicants are there? Right? If you observe the first one, first group, then this is essential because only one possibility, this cell number 1, cell number 3, cell number 7 is not covered by any other. Our definition is at least one cell in a group is not covered by any other, that is called essential prime implicant. Consider this second group, that is 4, 5 cells is a pair. Then these 2 cells are covered by other. This fourth cell is covered by the third group, and this fifth cell is covered by the first group. So that is not essential. But coming to the third group, this in these 2 min terms in a pair, and the cell number 12 is not covered by any other. That's why this becomes a essential prime implicant. So total 2 stars are there. So 2 numbers of essential prime implicants are there. These 2, that is group 2, becomes redundant. That is not required to complete the output function. So which is called as redundant. Okay. So 6, 3, 2 is the answer. And let us check the answer. Yeah, 6, 3, 2. Please note down this one. Now let us find out implicant. How many implicants are there here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 numbers. Min terms are there. 8 implicants. So how many prime implicants? Consider this one. What is the maximum possibility? Only this one. Let us say this is a 1. And consider next one. The only possibility is there here. This is, let us say this is 2. And consider this one. Okay. Maximum possibility is here. One quad. Name it as 3. Now consider the remaining one here, 14 cell. This is the possibility. And let us say this is 4. And last min term, the possibility is this one. And let us say this, name it as 5th one. Right. So now the question is, how many prime implicants are there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all possible, maximum possible groups is 5 numbers. Right. Now coming to essential prime implicants. Okay. Considering this group number 1, this is essential because cell number 3 is not covered by any other. And group 2 also, this is becomes essential because this cell number 4 is not covered by any other. Coming to third one, green. Okay, is this essential prime implicant? No, because all the ones are covered by other groups. Okay, so this is not the essential prime implicant. Our definition is at least one cell in a group is not covered by any other, that is essential prime implicant. So here group 3 is not essential, but group 4 is essential because this cell is not covered by any other, and group 5 also essential. This cell number 9 is not covered by any other in this pair. So how many essential prime implicants? Only 4 essential prime implicants, 4 numbers are there. And you can tell also the how many redundant terms are there. This is third term. Third group is a quad, which is a redundant, which is not required to complete the output function, because all the min terms are covered by already by other groups. So that's all. Check it out. Number of implicants 854. 854. Right? So please note down this one. I'm moving to next one. So a function is given 0, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 15. Now you need to mention here in the K map, 4 variable K map. And how many implicants are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 numbers. How many prime implicants are there? And how many essential prime implicants are there? We need to find out. So try to group this one. Considering this first one, the maximum possible group is a quad, all the corners. Let us group this one, right? Name it as 1, which is essential because only one possibility is there. Now coming to cell number 3, next one. There are 2 possibilities for this one. Here in this column, one a quad will come, and 2, 3, 6, 7 forms one quad. So presently leave it. If you consider cell number 7 also, there are 2 possibilities of quads. This 3, 7, 15, 11 forms one quad, and 2, 3, 7, 6 forms one quad. So presently leave it. Considering this 15th cell, then only one possibility is this quad, right? And that becomes essential prime implicant, because only one possibility is cell number 15 if you consider. This is star. Let us say this is 2. Now only remaining minterm is cell number 6 quad, that is name it as 3. So which is essential because only one possibility is there. Now the output function is completed. How many stars here? 1, 2, 3. So total essential 3 numbers, and also prime implicants also 3 numbers, right? So 933. Let us check the answer. 933, right? Please pause the video and note down. Thank you, students. Okay, in this video lecture, we have discussed about essential prime implicants. Okay, what are the implicants? What are the prime implicants? What are the essential prime implicants? What are the non-essential prime implicants also? And what are the redundant implicants we have seen? We have done so many practice problems, and the previous gate questions also we solved. I hope you get the full concept of this essential prime implicants. Okay, if still have any problems, any doubts, please, I request you, please put in the comment box so that we can answer. Thank you, students. Bye. Thank you, students. Bye.